What's up, guys? This is Merc from Kurtonos coming at you again with another Maul East farming video. Today I just happened to stumble into a conversation with a guy on my realm who is an aspiring young warlock looking to run Maul East. We kind of got into a conversation and he was telling me about how he was struggling running the dungeon. And he was asking me, if his gear was good enough to run the dungeon. Essentially, he was telling me he had about 300 spell power and around 3k health. 1 second, I gotta fix something. So that just prompted me to think about, well, how much gear do you really need to run this dungeon? And I set out to challenge myself and see what would be the minimum amount of gear that I need to defeat the final boss. I know that for the satyrs, to drain tank them, you're going to need actually a pretty decent level of gear. I haven't tested that out, but I know that it can get tight, even for me with the gear that I'm running, with 3 out of 8 fell hard and the drain life bonus. If I don't have my cooldowns, so like Amplify Curse of Agony, if I don't have a health stone, if I don't have Death Coil. So I'm not looking at that. I'm just looking at the final boss fight. I think in theory you can kill the final boss without any gear, just completely naked. I think it's possible. However, the margin for error is going to be incredibly small. That's essentially what I'm going to try to do. I might not go completely naked. I think I'm going to try just without any without any clothes. I'm going to keep my rings and all my bling on and my dagger and just see what we can do there. And then the other thing to note is that I'm going to try this as raid spec, so SM Ruin, and I'll just show that. So that's SM, and there's your Ruin. So we're going to give it a whirl. I am going to put a soul stone on myself because I'm not very confident. This is my first attempt at doing this, and I haven't warmed up at all. I actually haven't been running Maul East in the last couple days, so we're just going to see what happens. And I could fail miserably here, or maybe I'll get lucky and do something special for the boys. So let's see how this goes. So I'm going to take off all the gear. I haven't prepped this video completely, so bear with me. Could take it all off. I'm going to keep the red shirt, just don't want to be completely nude. That doesn't sound right. And then we'll throw these in here. So that's what I'm going to run it with. So Underworld Band, Ring of Spell Power. Yeah, they're pretty nice rings, I know. But I have no clothes on, so give me a break. Heart of Noxion, I am going to run it with the trinket, so if I do get hit by a mana debuff, I'll get to break that one time. This isn't that hard to come by, so I really recommend it for your run, so get this off the second boss in Mara, and that will really help out, give you a little bit more room for error on the final boss in DME. Briarwood Reed, Skull's Ghastly Touch, Fire Ruined Grimoire, gives you a little bit of stats, nothing crazy, and then Blade of Eternal Darkness off the final boss in Maradon. I'm going to be running my Blueberry. I have a Power Word Fortitude buff, so I guess I'm going to take that off. So I have 2100 health, and I have a Soul Stone on, and I have 3000 mana. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. I'm just going to rely really heavily on my dots, I think. That's kind of my strategy. I'm still going to pull him with 1 Shadow Bolt, and we're just going to see what happens. So, okay, that didn't get LOS'd, so that's very unfortunate. But I'm not going to break it. Alright, so I've gotten very used to doing this in a certain way, so I got to be careful. Oh, that's the second debuff. So this is already going pretty bad. I'm able to do this, well, we'll just see. Generally, I shouldn't have 2 debuffs at this point in the fight. He keeps glitching. This is really unfortunate. Alright, I'm just going to break that one. That's 3 debuffs. So if I can actually complete this fight, then you'll see how much room for error there really is. Because I'm going for a bandage. I'm hoping he transforms into a safe form, which he does. So I get off a pretty long bandage, which was actually nice. I'm going to get a little damage on him. I probably won't do that again. He's in a wolf form. I'm going to try to get some mana back by just wanding for a few seconds. I'm going to keep him in a good spot because... Alright, so he goes to caster form again. I can't resist. I'm a Warlock, so I gotta do that. I gotta use the Nightfall, even though it's not very mana efficient. You know what I mean? I'm a simple Warlock, man. I see Nightfall, I press Shadow Bolt. Just how it goes. So I gotta get him in the box here. I mean, I gotta press it again. I can't help it. My raid leader Knee-High would be very disappointed in me. Always gets mad at me when I do it on Onyxia. You know what I'm saying? Knee-High, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I'm going to take a couple hits here. I have to. So that really sucked. My heart's beating because I'm scared. But I think I got this, honestly. This ain't too bad. I'm going to get some resources back. I think this is over. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get him in the pocket. Alright. I don't want to risk it. I think he's about to shapeshift. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go with an Amplified Curse of Agony, even though that's probably not the right play at this point, but I did it. I'm just getting a hell of a lot of Siphon Lives up. He's going to shapeshift again, so I'm getting him in the pocket. Just getting my resources back. So I took a debuff there and I fucked it up worse because I actually life tapped right afterwards. But it doesn't matter because I've got so many drain lives going. Siphon lives, I mean. So I just need to not take another one. Alright, I think this fight's over. I just need to get some more damage on this guy. The damage is really slow. Kind of running out of Siphon Life targets, so that's worrying me a little bit. I'm gonna cast that. Get him in the pocket here. He should get slowed soon, which means that the fight would be basically over. I think he's slowed. Ah, fuck, the imps broke my bandage. Sorry for swearing. just going to keep him in the pocket because I think he's shape-shifting again, and I just really don't want to get a debuff. Getting close to max health. Should be shape-shifting again. I need to get some damage on him. I'm going to run out that way. I generally don't like doing that, but he's so slow at this point. Man, I gotta press Shadow Bolt. I just can't help it. Get him over here so I can press it. Oh, I don't get to press it. Alright, well. Any other drain life targets? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I have to use my health stone. Oh no. Oh, he's dead. So yeah, guys, I mean, you can definitely do this with no gear. I got hit by like 2 debuffs really early on. I could have gone for multiple bandages. One of my bandages got canceled. I could have juked that last debuff if I wasn't kind of focused on the imps there. So yeah, man, you know, this dungeon's possible no matter what gear you've got, for sure. In my opinion, of course, the margin for error is going to be lower. But, you know, you can do it. So, let me finish off these imps here. I'm just getting a little bit of health and kind of give a breakdown of what happened. Although, you know, you kind of just saw it. I just don't want to die at this point. Being that, so that, yeah, man, that wasn't a very fast run, obviously, but I was playing really safe. I was only relying on my dots. In hindsight, I think I could have gone for some Shadow Bolts. You know, the reason why I wasn't doing that is because it's not as mana efficient. The damage to mana ratio would be lower as a dot. So I just let the fight take as long as it was going to take, and didn't use any Shadow Bolts or Immolates because of that. So that's pretty much it, guys. Excuse me. Oh man, I got an Arcane Crystal. Look at that. That's what I'm telling you, boys, man. This farm is crazy, and you can do it. You can do it. It just takes a little bit of practice and getting used to the fight. Take a look at my other video where I explain in depth how to do the fight, and kind of my thought process as I go through and fight the boss. It's going to teach you how to avoid the debuffs. It's going to teach you how to control the boss's positioning. And, you know, it's going to teach you kind of some tips and tricks along the way. So that's pretty much it here. I'm going to show you guys the loot like I did last time. Get this final node. Maybe we'll get another lucky Arcane Crystal. And we'll just see what we get. You know, guys, the first video I did with the forest drop, that was really just for my guildies, and then while I was recording, forest dropped, and I just couldn't help but share that because I felt like that was really rare. This is the second video I've done, so I don't know if this is going to be kind of like a trend. I'll be doing more videos in the future, but I guess I'll just base it off of the response I'm getting. So if you guys like the video, give it a like. Put something in the comment section. I would love to do more content for you guys if there's interest. Just, you know, give me an idea in the comment section what you want to see me try to do. So this is Merc signing off. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.